And you're still listening to the 12 labors of a cyber startup, part of the Be Cyber 2026 initiative under track 2, the United Shield. My name is Gontie, and I have teamed up with Mustapha Annouh, who is the CEO and co-founder of Shield AI, along with Lars Veelaert, the CEO of XFA. We move on with labor number 9, the go-to-market part, as we are entering competitive cybersecurity and AI markets, differentiation through solving real operational problems and market readiness. Guys, what is, cybersecurity and AI, they are extremely competitive. Why would you even enter such a market?
Because you see a problem that is worth fixing. We were ourselves in that market and we saw that problem and we said we would have wished somebody else would have solved it for us, that we could have bought it from them. Nobody did, so we decided to create ourselves.
Based upon your own personal need and experience.
Exactly, yeah.
From your side?
This is a bit different, even though the cybersecurity experience has a huge influence on the observation, but basically we saw an issue that was not obvious while we had the AI coming strongly in the market. And we were the first one to grab the challenges of specifically the sovereignty of data. So the fact that you overshare information while using technology, like Facebook, you overshare photos, private, etc. The same story goes with the AI. Sometimes, to not say systematically, we overexposed information that is not required to prompt with an AI, and this is exactly the focus we have.
What makes the market complex, competitive nowadays?
I think what we really underestimate is how big the market is dominated by some big players.
Okay.
We often joke when we run around events that all the vendors listed there selling cybersecurity solutions or AI solutions are maybe, I don't know the exact numbers, but it feels like 5 or 10% of the market. And then the one not being there, Microsoft, Google, they're just dominating the rest of the market. And I think that's just, you're not fighting specifically often against, we can fight amongst each other, but they're often it's underestimated how dominated that market is at the moment.
And then differentiation obviously is key.
Yes, and preferably not differentiation, we have these 5 extra features, but fundamentally at the architecture level, solving something differently, that then, because technically these days with AI you can build a lot of things very fast, but that other companies would not go into, a very unique position, not only technically in the market, but also strategically in the market really becomes essential.
Can you actually feel that the market is ready for whatever it is that you're going to bring, or is you just have to find out?
Well, both actually. That's why you have to do an assessment or analysis of the market when you start. Otherwise, it will be too dangerous to go for something where there are too much competition. That's why, and I agree with Lars, you need that X factor on its core from the very early. What will be a key point is to bring that this idea, that perspective that the customer will be happy to see, because the big players, as Lars mentioned, Microsoft, Google, they are running on things that they are very confident with. We come in the market, potentially being competitor of those companies, with the plus or the new element that makes us new competitors, and therefore, just with that new flavor, we could beat them.
And to be more precise, and I will ask you the same question, what makes you the differentiator? What makes you unique in your specific area?
When people were asking themselves if AI would be important in the society, we were solving the problem of security with it.
Okay. Lars, at your side?
So we secure every laptop, tablet and smartphone out there, and we do that very uniquely without requiring prior knowledge or control over that machine.
There's probably a lot of funny things happening on the AI market as well. Any maybe stories from peers that you can share? Because we're only talking about Shield AI and XFA. Maybe there are other stories. They can stay anonymous, of course. Interesting evolutions or anecdotes?
I just in general think that the enterprises, just the speed that things are changing is so quick that an enterprise is not ready. It's not yet done with implementing the previous revolution, and then the new one is already on the way.
I agree with the fact that there is a misconception of what AI brings. And some companies, they try their best to be in the mood of investing on AI without having a good strategy. And the consequence of that is a lot of money lost, poor return on investment, and instead of jumping straight ahead on huge investment that cost a lot, I always say to the customers we are talking to that the revolution of AI needs to be done in a smarter way. Don't buy the sports car if you don't have the circuit to run it. So first, think about what you really want to achieve. And I think that what Lars is doing solves a lot of problems from the technical aspects. What we do on our side, we solve a very, very simple problem. I mean, it's so simple that you would say, no, well, there are solutions for that, but there's no European technology that are strong enough to solve just the...
One more question for you, Lars, to wrap up. What do you believe moves customers from curiosity to commitment?
The biggest thing that we see is when we explain the problem that we have is people immediately recognize it. So that's nice. So people say, oh yes, I have a lot of devices that are not managed, etc. But timing is the biggest one for us because people need to be ready. Everybody in the company needs to be ready to make a decision on this. And we see that sometimes it takes up to a year to get everybody around the table. And then after, that's the point that we say it goes from a lead to actually a deal. They're ready, they have the budget, they have the authority. We see it around more than 50% actually convert to becoming a customer. So we're quite happy on that one. But it's indeed catching that right timing that's quite important. And especially enterprise deals, it's timing. So that's one of our learnings there.
Thank you for sharing, Lars. This wraps up labor number 9, go-to-market, entering cybersecurity and AI without being crushed. Next up, we will have labor number 10 on complexity, regulation, procurement, and the administrative hydra. Thank you for listening.